All right, quick and dirty Monday garden tour just for our records. It is Monday, July something or other. It's a new bed we threw together in the back with some of the compost we got started from earlier this year. There's some triple crop clones we made. There's as well as more cucumbers and I believe vining beans. The asparagus getting all pretty and fluffy. There's a crooked neck that needs to be harvested. A few other things in here, I think that's mostly crooked neck. There's burlati beans. I believe those guys growing in here amongst the corn. And I thought I saw a desi. Yeah, there's a desi. Be ready soon. And then there's the other half of this bed. And I believe in there is another squash, maybe? UFO looking squash. And there's another one over here. I don't think these are the pumpkins. Or maybe they are. I really don't know. There's beans here, marigolds, kale. There's the triple crop, and we've actually lost quite a bit of our cucumbers. Most likely to some bacteria. We got that one still going. And we've planted some more. And some lettuces and things that have already dried out and died. But we still have these triple crop doing really well. So this is just a rough bed, I guess, for disease. Then here we have our Romas that are starting to blush. We've already picked a few. I don't see any right off the bat today. There's our tomatillos, more beans, zinnia. Tomatillos have these really cute little flowers. I haven't seen one open. There we go. Not quite open. Peppers, we are starting to get some peppers, and we still have some cukes doing okay here. I believe these are cayenne. And that little flower is Scotch bonnet. And banana peppers are there. And in here there's the cukes, they're still growing, and luckily these haven't been hit as bad as the other cucumbers. These are black-eyed peas, so you can see there's one stage, then there's kind of these are smaller, but they're turning color stage, and then you have the dark purple. That looks really good. Then under the trellis here, on this side of the bed, we have some jalapenos that are popping up, and they're starting to get bigger and continuing to flower. And they're all in here amongst the beans. You can kind of see they help shade and take care of each other a little bit. You do need to keep the cucumbers kind of out of here, and they will grow over everything. Put them up so they grow up there. It's our carrots, which we've actually harvested some. I believe Sarah posted some photos of that on the other side of the tomatillos here. We've also planted some lettuces and leeks and more lettuces. And that's a brassicas, I don't know what that is. Marigolds. On this side we have more beans, cabbage, and I believe these are more brassicas of some kind. I don't know which ones. There's a butterfly, Sarah's enemy. Over here we have beans, and I believe those are cabbages, beans, basil. We've got bugs out here who love basil. Luckily all our basil's done okay. Here's beans that are lined up this trellis. And on this side we've planted leeks and beans, and those are brassicas of some kind. Those broccoli. Those are slightly bolted broccoli. And there's cabbage. Getting a little eaten up, but this one's not bad. It's heading, and that one's got a head in there. Here's our zinnias. And then here's our tomatoes. On the far side there, I believe, are Cherokees, and these are just big old slicers. And we've got beans planted here next to them. And down there, something else. I don't know. Tomatoes and... Oh, I planted those things over there. Where are they? Brassicas of some kind? I don't remember. But we got these tomatoes going. We've actually have picked a couple of the Cherokees. I think we have another one that's getting close. Maybe that dark green one down there. They're kind of a purpley color. And here we have all the pear and cherry tomatoes, which are starting to blush. And if you look down here, there's some of the cherries. There we go. Some of the cherries going. Turning there. And of course, one of our favorites, the pear tomatoes. You see there's one right down there. Go ahead and just touch them and they fall off. And that's almost ripe. It'll be ripe tomorrow. Cushaw, we got that big guy growing there, and there's another one up here that needs to be supported soon. And there's that one which is supported. Let me back up, get you a better view. Our trellis is falling over. I was thinking I was gonna put it back up and kind of wrench it over. Sarah says the plants look okay, and it's probably better that we don't. You can see the watermelons here is still supported. There's another one down there, it's on the ground, but it's still supported. And you can see all of the butternuts are looking good. And actually we've got another watermelon right there, and another one right there. And it's just leaning on the fence here, so I think it's okay. And then, like I said, with our cucumbers, they haven't been doing great. So these up here, the Russian cucumbers aren't doing so well. I got one plant there that's still kicking it, and I believe there's two there that are still alive, but you know, just barely. There's a pepper, a funny little thing that came with our house. We've got a bunch of herbs and things going, and I believe we have more peppers. There's kale up there. We have broccoli and celery, and so fall brassicas, fall plants. There are the birds. Oh, Amelie, sweetie, you look awful. She gets so beaten up by her sisters, and she is the most valuable bird in there. Well, at least to me anyways. And they've got their food in their pretty little coop. And there's the new girls. I'm gonna let them free into here today. And then the other 5 meat birds. It's about time to slaughter them here soon. If you see the big poo-covered jumbo Cornish cross. See, she is the smallest out of all the Cornish ones we kept. I think she was like 3.5 pounds at slaughter time, and now she's like 7 or 8 pounds. We haven't weighed her in a bit. These guys are just a little over 4 now, and it's about time to slaughter them as well. So that's our garden right now. Some great success and some wonderful failures. And squash beetles suck. Front yard, one of our squashes up here got killed by probably squash beetle. We did get a couple zucchini off of it though. Here's some herbs. We got beans growing in a pot. We have beans growing in, I think those are beans, growing in this pot. Leeks as per usual. And all my pretty flowers. The hostas are flowering again, and the begonias are pretty, and the pineapple thing. And our sweet potatoes are huge, and we have some things growing. So we've got cabbage, a lot of stuff up here's reacting to the summer. It's drier, it's hotter, more of the dill's going to seed. The cabbages are growing slower, I think. We've got quite a few asparagus there that are ready to be taken. Getting big. There's a big squash down there, that's ready. Zucchini. And there's a cantaloupe. We ate the other cantaloupe yesterday. This one's doing a little better. We missed the zucchini over here. No. Just that one. Blueberries, we have sweet potatoes over here now that are doing well. Just here where the blueberries will be for next year. Black-eyed Susans are doing great. It's a new rain barrel in the front. And the blackberries are still doing okay. They're done throwing fruit though, but they've got a lot of new growth for next year. Bye.